Hi everyone. Today I am going to be your teacher, Teacher Hazel Ann Armadillo. Today we are going to discuss about the grading system and reporting system of the junior high school. Before that, let us define first what is grading and reporting system. Generally, the grading system is the process by which educators evaluate the performance of the pupils in exams on the standard particular scales, which is based on the points entirely and consists of the grades like A to F or range like 1 to 10. Generally, letters and numbers are used to describe the grades. Grading is used to evaluate and provide feedback on the student work. In this way, instructors communicate to students how they are performing in the course and where they need more help to achieve the course goals. Also, the purpose of the reporting system is to communicate the students' achievements to families, post-secondary institutions, and employers. This system must above all communicate clear information about the skills a student has mastered or the areas where they need more support or practice. The DepEd policy on grading system in junior high school is based on the following components. The first one, we have the written works. These components include quizzes, seat works, homeworks, and other written assignments. It accounts for 40% of the student grades. We have the next one is the performance task. This component includes project, research papers, oral presentations, and other performance-based assessment. It accounts for 35% on the students' grades. The next one is we have the quarterly assessments. These components includes the written test administered at the end of each quarters. It accounts for 20% of the student grades. The next one, we have the attendance. These components account for 5% of the student grades. The grading system on junior high schools follows the numerical grading scales of 60 up to 100. With the passing grade set at 75. The student who will fail to meet the passing grade are required to undergo remediation or to repeat the grade level. The grading policy also requires teachers to provide timely and constructive feedback to students and to communicate regularly with the parents or guardians regarding the student progress. How is grade being computed in DepEd policy on grading system on junior high school only? The DepEd policy on grading system for junior high school is based on the K-12 curriculum. The grading system is composed of two parts. The first one, we have the formative assessment and the summative assessment. The formative assessment includes quizzes, seat work, homeworks, and projects. It aims to assess the student progress and understanding of the lesson throughout the grading period. The formative assessment is given a weight of 40% of the total grade. The next one, we have the summative assessment. It includes the periodic exams and the final exams. It also aims to assess the student mastery of the lessons at the end of the grading period. So the summative assessment is given a weight of 60% of the total grade. So to compute the final grade, the formative assessment and the summative assessment are combined. So the formula for computing the final grade is as follows. So the final grade are the formative assessment times 0.4 plus summative assessment times 0.6. So the final grade is then translated to the corresponding grade equivalent on the grading scales provided by the school. So the grading scale may vary from school to school, but the DepEd recommends the following. 90 to 100 is excellent, 85 to 89 is very good, 80 to 40 is good, and 75 to 79 is very below, and 74 below is did not meet the expectations. So it is important to note that the grading policy may vary from school to school, and it is important to check with the school for their specific grading policies and procedures. So how is the learner progress reported on junior high school only? So in junior high school, the learner's progress is reported through the learner's progress report card, or the LPRC, which is issued at the every end of the grading period. So the LPRC shows the learner's performance in each subjects, so as well as their overall performance for the grading period. So the LPRC contains the following informations. The first one, we have the learner's informations. So this section includes the learner's name, grade, grade level, section, and school year. The next one, we have the attendance record. So this section shows that the learner's attendance for the grading period. The next one, we have the subject areas. So this section shows learner's performance in each subject area. It includes the subject name, the formative assessment score, and the summative assessment score, and the final grade. It also shows the learner's performance in the different competencies or skills for each subjects, conduct grades, and the last one is the conduct grades. So this section shows the learner's conduct grades for the grading period. So the conduct grade is based on the learner's behavior and attitudes towards learning. The next one, we have the school year average. This section shows that the learner's overall average of the school years. The next one is the remarks. So these sections includes the teacher's comments on the learner's performance and behavior for the grading period. So the LPRC is signed by the teachers, the learners, and the parents or guardians. It serves as the records of the learner's progress, and it used as the basis for promotions or retentions. So how are the core values of Filipino child reflected in the report card? So the core values of the Filipino child are reflected in the report card of junior high school students in a different ways. So the core values are integral to the holistic development of students, and they are incorporated in the different subject areas and activities in school. So here are some examples of how the core values are reflected in the report card. The first one, we have the respect for humanity and dignity. So this core value is reflected in the conduct grade of the learners. So the conduct grade assesses the learner's behaviors and attitude towards others, including respect for authority, peers, and other individuals. The next one we have the love of country and respect for national heroes. So this core value is reflected in the social studies subject area. So social studies teaches learners about the history, cultures, and traditions of the Philippines, including the lives of contribution of national heroes. The next one we have the commitment to truth, justice, and democracy. So these core values is reflected in the English subject area. So English teaches learner about critical thinking, effective communication, and ethical values. The next one we have the concern for the environment. So this core value is reflected in the science subject area. So science teaches learners about the environmental issues and the importance of conservation of sustainable development. The next one we have the faith in God. The core values is reflected in the religion subject area, where the religion teaches the learners about the Catholic faith and the values including love, forgiveness, and service to others. Thank you for listening, and I hope you all learned.